What's up, guys? Mr. 50 Flourish here, and today I wanted to be pretty transparent about my struggles and how I navigate my struggles. So, what are my struggles exactly? Well, it's all about trying too hard or trying too much. I kind of fell out of shape for a little bit. I'm looking pretty decent right now. Yeah, kind of looking pretty decent right now. I'm on a cut, and I'm back on the right diet and everything. That's why I call myself Fit to Flourish, because I want to kind of inspire everyone, and as well as myself, to grow spiritually, physically, mentally, and financially. Really big on the physically part, because this 3D reality is kind of what we live in and how we navigate who's winning, or how in shape we are, what looks good, what doesn't, etc., etc. But lately, I was like, dang, dude, I'm kind of in a slump. So that's why I make these videos to help others, but also because it's kind of navigating what I'm currently going through, and I use what I'm going through to kind of help others. And I was like, dang, dude, I'm kind of in a slump. What the heck is going on? And the whole thing was, hey, I was trying too hard and I wasn't having that faith. So in a lot of the videos that I talk about, the only two places you can create from are either fear or faith, and that's hell or heaven. So the way that you get everything that you want, which is heaven, in like spiritual religions and things like that, in the spiritual world, the way to get everything you want is by creating from a place of faith, which means that you already know that everything is going to align the way that you expect it to. So for instance, if you want to move into this new house and it's on the beach, and you're like, dang, like I can't afford it right now, but I don't care. I know that I know I'm going to be there in a month. I know that because I believe in the universe and the law of attraction, I am going to get there. I'll be there. There's no worries, right? No worries, no fear. You just know. It's a knowing. It's faith. So therefore, you're going to just act on hunches. Like, they're going to come to you because it's like, oh shoot, he believes internally that this is going to happen. So externally, it's going to be attracted to you. And I talk about the book, The Kybalion. You need to read it. It's by the Three Initiates. But it talks about as within, so without. So it's all about creating from a place of faith. And when you create from a place of faith, it's the principle, that Wu Wei principle of attracting things, because you're carefree and you're pretty much doing all the things that you want to do, things that you love to do. You're creating from love, from faith, from just feeling abundant. Okay, so you're automatically just going to be doing the right things that align with you already having that thing. Okay, so for instance, again, you want that place on the beach. Well, you already know that you have it. You technically have it. Okay, it's normal to you. You know it's gonna happen. You have the house on the beach. So right now, you're going to just go to work, right? You're gonna be like, oh well, I'm gonna be on the beach, or I am on the beach already in a month. So I'm gonna actually just walk down to the beach and do X, Y, and Z, because I love to do X, Y, and Z anyways. Then you're gonna meet people, you're gonna go to places, and you're gonna do things that are just gonna align you to be that person and to be in that frequency of the thing that you desire. However, when you're in a place of fear, okay, when you're in that place of fear, you're going to be creating from a place that breaks everything down. So for instance, it's like, all right, well, I want the house by the beach, but I don't think I'm gonna get it. Oh my gosh. So then you're not gonna go to the beach. You're not going to meet these people. You're not even gonna check the house out. Okay. So maybe if you went to check that house out because you believe you were gonna get it, maybe they're gonna be like, oh, like since you're here, and I think you're a really cool person. They meet you. I think you're a cool person. Well, we'll give you a 50% discount. But you're thinking like, oh man, I won't be able to afford it. I have to work so hard. I have to do this. I have to do that. So you don't have faith. So since you don't have faith that this thing is going to happen, the universe is going to say, oh, okay, this thing is not going to happen. So it's going to make everything go wrong so that thing doesn't happen, because that is what you believe. And that's how the universe works. It's like, okay, whatever you believe is going to happen, it's going to happen. Okay, because your thoughts create your reality. So for instance, one thing I wanted to mention is like, okay, if there's a door, right? That doors never existed. It was a figment of people's imagination. And then one day someone was like, oh, well, to block people from coming in to this area, let's create a doorway. Oh, well, how's it gonna work? Well, it's gonna have to be on a hinge so that it could turn and it can close, and we're gonna have to make these mechanisms and this and that and this, right? But essentially, that door never existed until someone said that, hey, we should do X, Y, and Z and create this blockade. And then what did they do? In the physical world, they created it because they thought that they could have created, right? But if no one ever thought of a door and never thought that they could have created, then it would never exist. People would be like, oh man, we need something to block the doorway, but I don't know, I'm too scared, right? And they would never come up with that thought. But essentially, I felt like, all right, maybe I was creating from a place of fear so much that it was like sabotaging everything. It's like, dang, like I'm fit to flourish. I got in like the best shape of my life, but what if I get fat? What if I get fat? And then the thing that I focused on was like, what if I get fat? And the universe was like, oh, okay, what if you get fat? Oh, is that the energy? Is that what you're putting your focus on? Is that your focus? And I was like, I started getting fat because what did I start to do? I started to eat like poorly. Like I started to just like eat in large portions because I was like, oh man, like what if I get fat? And then like it was weird. Like my thought process was on, what if this happens? What if this happens? And I was so focused on that I didn't realize that that's what I was getting. So if you're driving a car and you're like, dang, what if I go on the side of the road, and you're looking at the side of the road, you're going to start drifting while you're driving. You're going to start drifting to the side of the road. So wherever your attention goes, that's where energy flows. So energy flows where your attention goes. So if you're driving on the highway and you start looking at the side of the road, you don't look in front of you, I promise you, you're going to start to veer to the side of the road. So if you are in this life, right, and you're like, all right, well, what if this bad thing happens? You can pick whatever bad thing, whatever it is, okay? Whatever the bad thing is, like what if I get cut on my elbow, or what if I lose all my hair? What if I break my laptop? Whatever you pick and whatever you focus on, I'm telling you, if you focus on that thing for 2 days, 3 days in a row, it's gonna happen. I promise. I promise it's gonna happen. The universe doesn't care if you throw a crying baby off of a 10-foot building. Gravity's not gonna say like, oh, that's bad. Oh, I feel bad for the baby. We're gonna save it. No, the baby's gonna fall just as fast. That's how the universe works. Okay, you put your energy on this thing, and it's gonna give it to you. Okay, it's just the laws of the universe. So what you need to do? How do we fix this? Right, fit to flourish. What do we do? Well, what we need to do is we need to focus on the things that make us happy. Okay, focus on things that put you in a state of what we call flow. Me and my brother, we call it the space. Okay, and a lot of people call it different things, but essentially we call it the space, and that's when you get into this state of flow because you're doing everything that you want to do, and then you become proud of yourself, right? Because you're showing yourself that you care about yourself, and once you show yourself that you care about yourself, your standards become higher. And once your standards become higher, you're able to not tolerate some of these things that you would before. So for instance, fast food, or being around the wrong people, or drinking or smoking too much. Like you're not gonna tolerate these things because you have the highest respect for yourself. And once you trust yourself and you have the highest respect for yourself, you're gonna wanna take care of yourself, and you're gonna wanna make sure that you have the best future. And then you're gonna be able to focus on not things that are gonna go bad, because you don't think things are gonna go bad, because you believe that you're going to get through anything. You're gonna have this greater belief in yourself. And then what you can do is you can focus on the things that make you feel good. So for me, running makes me feel good. Okay, running sprints makes me feel good. I'm like flying through the wind. So every day I'm running, I'm like, okay, number one, like I feel like I'm just like moving, and the wind's in my face. I feel like I'm getting shredded. I feel like I'm doing something, right? And then afterwards, blood is pumping through my body, and I'm like, all right, I just accomplished something. And I was proud of myself because it was hard. It was like, man, I did 8 50-yard sprints, like with 20-second rests in between. It was crazy, but it was something hard that I accomplished, and I could see physically that I'm getting in better shape every day, right? So I'm getting in better shape every day. So I could see it physically. Mentally, I know that I'm getting stronger because I'm able to withstand tough times. What are those tough times? Well, it's running under the hot sun. It's like 100 degrees out here in Florida, especially here in swampy Gainesville, right? So it's the humidity, all that stuff, and I'm powering through it. So I trust myself. Because of that, I trust myself to get through tough times, to get through tough things. Okay, so then that's where that confidence and that faith comes in. It's trusting in yourself to get things done, and trusting in yourself that you will be and get to where you want to be, because you will do the things that that highest version of you would do. So you need to build that trust in yourself, and that's what I realized. I was like, okay, well, I was so focused on these negative things, and then I was able to switch it over to, how do I focus on these positive things? How do I get back into shape? Okay, I started to focus on the things that I'm thankful for, and the things that I know that I'm going to get in the future that I will be thankful for, which I'm thankful for now because it's already happening. Okay, so for instance, I have a yacht party coming up, right? I was like, all right, I need to get in shape, because I did a yacht party last year, and with this year I was like, all right, well, I want to be in shape this year as well. So I need to get back in the shape. I was like, dude, how did I even get here? How did I get this out of shape? So I was like, well, I'm very thankful that that's going to be there in the future. That's there, and that's something that I'm going to be able to enjoy. And then I started thinking, I was like, yo, like not many people have yacht parties, like the heck. So I was like, hey, I'm very thankful that this is my life. I'm very thankful that I have all this money to be able to do this. I'm very thankful to be around these people. And I just keep going with everything that I'm very thankful for. All the things that I already have that I'm taking for granted. But at the same time, you need to make sure that you don't put these things on a pedestal, because then it becomes something that you can't reach and it's above you. And that's not what you want. You want it to be something that is normal, something that is your birthright, but you also need to be thankful for these things at the same time. Anyways, I wanted to make this message because I wanted to talk to people. Like, if you're going through something, or if you feel like, dang, I'm kind of off track, because it's the second half of the year, we gotta tighten up. We're going from if you went from January to June kind of fucking off, and you're not halfway to your goal, but the year's already halfway done, you gotta tighten up. All right, we gotta tighten up. I looked at my goals, I was like, hey, last year I hit my goals in the first 2 months. This year, I'm halfway through, and I'm like, dang, like I'm not even a quarter of the way kind of where I want to be. So these first 2 days of January, first 3 days of July, the first 3 days of July, I tightened all the way up, and I got pretty far. So I'm pretty far already, way past 25%, closer to 40% of my goals now, already. Like, just tightening up and locking in and really having that abundant mindset. And now in anything I do, I'm being conscious in every moment of what I'm thankful for and what I know my future to be, because I'm building from a place of faith. And I know that every action I take now, since I'm not fearful, I'm not scared, because I don't think anything negative, I know that what I want is going to be my outcome, because I'm trusting in myself. I'm taking these steps every day. I know that they're going to happen. So what you need to do, recalibrate, start to think from a place of faith instead of a place of fear, and I promise you're going to get everything that you desire in this life. It's your boy, Mr. Fit to Flourish, and I'm out.